Hi, good morning. Stephen from SAK Strategic Solutions. Are you bored silly with your job these days? Is it not what you dreamed of when you were a kid? Well, you've come to the right place. So that's what today's video is about. Let's talk about it. As a child, we have these grandiose imaginations that allow us to be wherever we want to be and do whatever we want to do. And everyone around us looks at us and says, oh, how cute, and they just humor us. But then as we get into school age, we get put into this regiment of you have to do this, and this in order to go and have good grades, get a job, and then stay there for 30 years plus, and then you retire. That is the recipe for burnout and disinterest, you name it. You know the feeling. We all feel it, except some of us know how to get out of it, and some of us just sort of stay in it until the time comes. But school was designed to lead us into this industrial agrarian program of be the cog in the wheel, not be the people who we are meant to be. For example, when I was 5-6 years old, I wanted to be a photographer. I wanted to be able to take pictures and do this and do that. And then down the road, I wanted to be a musical therapist or get into music in some sort. And then was told, oh, you can't do that. You gotta be able, that's something you just do on the weekend. And you just cast down nice and hard. Oh, you gotta go and do this. In the meantime, you get no guidance. That's a topic for another channel, another day, etc. So we continue through schooling, and then, oh, you gotta get a job. You get a job, and you either find joy in it, the people can tire you out, your boss tires you out, the commute back and forth tires you out. It just, you're in the grind of day to day to day, the same beginning, middle, and end. There's no fluctuation to allow you to be who you are, become the better person that you are. And there's very few organizations that will do that, and I can probably name them on one hand, that have this culture of developing you, the person. Otherwise, it's basically your number in the human resources department. So, and this has been a trend now that we've been seeing since we ended that year and a half of beauty a couple of years ago. I can't say it online. But we all saw and noticed that our lives were different when we got to do things in a norm where we got to be at home, be with family and neighbors, and even though we couldn't see them as we were told not to, but we had a lot more time to ourselves to self-develop. So that's where this change started, and we've all begun to see it. What's the next step? Especially if you're late 30s, 40s, 50s, and have this desire to do something different and return back to who you are. There's an answer to this, and that answer is to do a self-identity inventory, which will bring you back to your roots, that acorn deep within you, to find who you really are, what you've become, and then use that inner fire to create the career and path that you really were on from the time you started walking until you got put on the alternate path. We don't need the old model anymore. Not with the internet. We can do anything we want now with the internet. We can sell stuff online. We can meet new people across the world. We're no longer limited to our local area and our car. The internet has opened up giant opportunities for every one of us. And that's what I encourage everyone to do. Even if you're not going to leave your position, but you need to go and find who you really are and take that and potentially make a second career for yourself part-time, which may end up changing everything down the road. But if you don't go and take a deep look at who we are, we're just going to be zombies that we were made to be over the years. So from that self-inventory, we're able to go and design a business model. We're able to design a unique proposition. We can find the proposition that is deep within us. What makes us so unique that everybody else comes to us and says, "Hey, Steven, how do you do this? You're the expert at this." Well, that's a light from somebody else saying, "You are an expert at this," as opposed to just taking it and doing it for nothing. If they know you're the expert, obviously other people too know you're the expert and are willing to tell people if you're willing to go and do it for a profit. So that's something to look at, because that is the third leg of the whole self-discovery, is the profitability of your passions and interests and skills that you've learned over the years. So if you're interested in learning how to go and find where you are and find that path that's buried deep within you that you lost a long time ago and find it again, let's consider working together in a coaching program that I am putting together and doing to help people self-discover who they are, what their passions are, their skills, and identify of all of that stuff that we've acquired, what can we actually turn it into as far as a business that could change our lives from now until the end, and give ourselves freedoms and a financial safety net that no place can give us, regardless of what we're promised as far as benefits and whatnot. But our freedoms and our interests and passions that drive us forward in whatever we do will eventually turn into something very, very profitable as long as we put our minds to it. So if that coaching program sounds of interest to you, check out the link below in the description, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon. Onward with your strategic solution to improve yourself and your career. I'm Steven, SAK Strategic Solutions. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.